Hey, good morning, fellow targeted individuals. It's Sunday morning, and I was just getting out of my house. I've been tortured all night by my neighbor. Woke up earlier about 3:30 in the morning. Drove out to get something to eat, and all of his front lights are on every night, all night, and it's like nobody cares. He won't get caught. He can just do this all night. It's like military strength, EMF frequencies, to my testicles, to my chest. Like, I'm putting up like a lot of defenses. And it's helping. I would die if I didn't put up my defenses, but like, he just does it all the time. It's all the time. And then you just hear nasty stuff on the Voice of Skull. I know this stuff, like, I'm in a position now where it's like my parents don't believe me. They love me a lot and they're trying to help me, but they're gonna fight me. I'm scared they'll just throw me into a psychiatric unit again, thinking it will help me, because they don't know how to handle this, and they don't believe that my neighbor, who seems like he's just an older guy with a family, they don't believe that he is that evil to do this stuff. I mean, as targeted individuals, we just know it. We know the program, organized gang stalking. We know these guys don't care. They follow the program. They make you look crazy. They hurt you. It's not just sad anymore. I'm really tired. Like I'm a human being, so being murdered every night as a wearing down tactic. The guy's using it as there's a sheriff's car right there, passing out right as I come out of the neighborhood. And I want to make videos in my car. I don't give a crap about the guy who's like gonna watch my videos or whatever. I think he's like laid off of that, and they can make negative comments, the stalkers or whatever, because my gang stalking's so big now. It is an onslaught every second of every day. It's microwaves to my head and my genitals. There's a sheriff's car that just flew in front of me. There's usually like a caravan of 2 sheriff's cars or city police, or when I go out. More it's the people with one headlight, on. These things I don't care about. What I think these things are, this guy's really evil who lives by me. He's like a very evil, like, sociopath. He doesn't care about killing people. Like, he's happy to have that kind of power, to be shooting something invisible, microwave radiation at me, and to make me look crazy, and really create a crazy situation where, like, I'm sitting there, on the phone with my dad, and like, he's surveilling me, and I'm crying, and I'm like, man, this is death pain, and I just want to get a job and help you. And my dad's just like, you just need to get a job and stop talking about it. And he sees that, and this, to them, to the people who are involved, who really enjoy this is like, we've got him. They see families destroyed, and they make people look crazy while they crush their skulls with this microwave crap, and they're like, we've got him. That's their mentality, and I've heard it, and I've dealt with it, and like, I don't know what this sheriff thinks. He was definitely coming out and doing that at a timing to organize gang stalk me. But I don't know. This neighbor, he could have some buddies and be like, this guy's really dangerous. Now it's at a point where the lies just carry it. And that's why, it's just a crazy thing where the truth really can't win out, And that's why, I've tried, honestly, for years to get the police to help me to do the right thing. Like, in this crazy situation where it's like, murder and lies and this really painful microwave radiation, which is basically just like the military taking Wi-Fi and turning it up to where it can microwave our organs and stuff like that. I've tried to do the right thing. Like, I've tried to get the cops involved and just get this guy to stop. Even like, it took me years. I'll sit in my house, and he'll be burning me in the bathtub, and I want him to die. Like, I won't kill him. Like, I hate his guts. He's an evil man. If he died, like, a lot of people would live peaceful lives. I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to do anything like that. I've tried to do the right thing, and I'll still do the right thing. And I see comments, like on YouTube, on my videos. I'll keep putting videos out. I'll say whatever crazy things that I want to say because it's a true situation. And they sound crazy because it's a niche little thing, and people do it secretly and really fuck people up and kill them, and it's real crazy, and people can't believe that people would do this, especially people of authority. You know, this guy's ex-military. He has a family, it's a coding. Kind of, it's just a beard for him to murder people next door to him. He loves it. Like, he loves that power. You know, he's like, we got to get him out of here and all this stuff. And then he'll hit me in the car. He'll hit me at my parents. Like, he'll, you know, and I sound crazy because, like, we don't understand the technology. We don't understand how somebody can amp up a frequency or surveil you, like, remotely. Like, we don't understand that stuff. But it's happening. And, like, I'm sure of it. I'm not crazy. But it's turned my loved ones, like, they don't know what to do because I can't prove it. I can't prove it, and time goes by, and this guy keeps doing it, and he will not stop. And one of the things is, like, where does this guy get all the time to do this? Like, oh, he has a family, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's become his mission and his job. These people that are involved in this gang stalking program, they're at the center of it, and it's like they either get money, or, you know, they're people who have pensions and stuff like that, and they're just bored, and it becomes their mission and a military thing. I don't really know. Like, I don't know. It's so bizarre and murder-filled and crazy, and, like, I've said this on my videos before. Like, I mean, it's just so crazy. You can't figure it out. You can't figure out people's motives. Like, you can't figure out a sociopath's motives because they like murdering people. Like, they don't really have emotions. They don't care if you're getting hurt. They just like murdering people. They like power or whatever, or they just don't feel anything. And, you know, but like I was saying on my videos, and for people that aren't in the United States, like, you should look around your countries for something like this. But there is a place. It's called Green Bank, West Virginia, and it has a radio satellite that they're looking at stuff out in space. So it's a radio-free zone for 13,000 square miles. Where this guy couldn't remotely hit me. He couldn't remotely hit me. He could get people to follow me up there, or people with microwave weapons. There's a one-light car right there. It's a Sunday morning. The gang stalking goes on and on. This guy's ready. Like, I guess, like Sunday morning and Saturday night. But yeah, so, and the thing that I just wanted to say on my video, like, I guess I'll talk about a bunch of other stuff. I'm just going to drive around and see how many one-light cars, you know, are driving past me. It's so huge now. The gang stalking's so out of hand. Like, I don't matter. The lies about me, it's just like, and I guess this is what people do nowadays. And this guy is like, I guess he thinks he's in the know that you just create an enemy. Like, somebody can be doing nothing wrong. You just watch them create an enemy and just get people around it, and it doesn't matter if they're good or bad. Like, he's a sociopath, so he doesn't care, like, about my life or my family, you know. And that sound like I sound crazy, you know, saying this, because we just don't have this in our culture. We're Americans. We believe and trust in each other, and especially our authority figures. And I don't know what people are going to do now. Like, I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I'm a good kid. I've always been a good kid. I've always been taught to do the right thing. I've tried to do the right thing in all this. But, I mean, there have been times when I'm like, I've told my friends, I'm like, I don't know what to do except because he's going to remotely hit me and all this stuff. Like, should I defend myself as an American? And, like, I figured out that's wrong. You know, it won't solve anything. I'll look bad. This guy, you know, wants that. You know, even though he has a family there, he wants violence to occur, and he's set up like that. And that's what all these situations, there's the Navy Yard shooter and all this stuff, and these were people being attacked with ELF and EMF, and it causes disaster and humans to do irrational things. But I'm not. Like, I'm a good guy. I'm going to think with my brain. We've got to fight this war with our brain. And that's what I want to tell y'all most of all, because there was a comment by a girl, and I think and I don't know how old she was, and I don't remember her name on my YouTube channel. But, you know, I was like talking with her. I was like, yeah, we just got to find the peace of Christ and really try and do the smart thing and just get away. And she's like, I don't fucking care. I'm gonna shoot my attacker. She's like, I don't care. He's like killing me. I'm gonna shoot him. And like, I disagree with it. Like, I disagree with it completely because it'll just screw you over. Like, there's another sheriff's car pulling out of that neighborhood. Sheriff's car in front of me, if you can see it. If they see me taping them, they will pull me over and be like, "What are you taping?" You know, they'll harass me and whatever. They haven't done it before, and I'm getting too smart for this. Like, the guy's wearing me down with murder, which is crazy. But what I wanted to say is, I know it's hard. I know this is hard because you have the place where you live, and you're an American, or you live in the country that you live in, and you have rights as a human being. So somebody attacking you and murdering you, you're like, fuck them, I'm not moving. You know, who the hell are they? Why can't I defend myself against somebody who's attacking me for no reason? Like, so it does end up being something where you do think, do I have to defend myself? Like, and I just want to be honest about that, and I'm not going to do it. I want to preface it and end it with saying I'm never going to do anything violent to this guy or his family. His family's good. His wife and his kids are good. Like, I'd never put them in danger. But what I wanted to say is that we need to think about escaping. And I hate it because it makes me sound like a coward. And I've actually tried to escape to other states and stuff, and he still remotely hits me and stuff like that. But, seeing Green Bank, West Virginia, no Wi-Fi, it's a radio silent zone, and it's an escape. And I'm going to try to escape there. I'm going to go there. It's something that's it's not costly. I just want to go there and see if it works. I don't want to permanently move there right away. I want to know if it works or whatnot. You know, the guy may follow me. He may have people there on the ground, but it's such a small town that, probably that won't happen. So I'm pulling up to the sheriff, so I want to put the phone down so he doesn't see me making a video. It's a sheriff on a Sunday morning. These guys don't care. Like, they just have faces where they don't care, and they're just like, they're happy to have the power. And some guy that's been lied about, it's not a big deal to him. Human life's just not a big deal to a lot of people anymore, and that's really sad. Like, I didn't know that had occurred in our society, but it's true. Like, human life is less value. There's a one-light car right there. One-light car, keep it. But, like, I want to urge y'all, and I'm a fighter in my life. Like, I fought against Crohn's disease. I fought against a lot of things, and I want to face things head on. I've had lots of challenges that have been straight up, and my parents have known that I'm facing those challenges, and I've faced them head on, and that's what I wanted to do with this, and I tried to do it for years. I've tried to face it head on. It's not something that people in society have accepted. What we've got to do, you can't go attack your neighbor, you can't go shoot your neighbor, you just can't do it. So people, like, I'm just telling you this because it'll ruin your life. Not because, it's the wrong thing to do, or I don't understand where you're coming from, because I've had, thoughts like that. But you can't go shoot your neighbor, because that gives them a big win. That's what they want. They want to cause chaos and violence, like, in society, so that they can, get on top of it and be winners. We need to intelligently retreat. And I know that it costs us money, and we have to move out of our homes and stuff like that, and, like, people get mad at us, but we can't sit there, and this is me, I guess this is me talking to me, trying to figure it out. I can't sit there anymore, like, piling up aluminum, this guy can just turn it up. He turns up the frequency in the microwaves. Like, he says, I'll hear him on the V2K, want him out of here, then he'll chase me, like, wherever I go. But I want to urge you to not, and don't scream at them. Like, don't scream at them. Don't hit on things. It feels like you should be able to defend your life, because they're sitting there and they're calmly murdering people. Like, they're hateable people. Like, I hate this guy. I hate him. Like, I really, to be honest, I wish a tree would fall on him, or lightning would hit him. Something to just kill him naturally, so that I could live my life in peace, and go on. But I would never kill him. I'd never go over there and attack him. And I'd urge y'all not to do anything crazy like that, because you'll just get you know, put in the psychiatric unit. You can't even be certain about, even if police see the equipment, if it's a policeman that, you know, you can trust, or that's somehow involved in the gang stalking. God, I hate this video. I hate this video doing it. Because I feel like it's a big war in our world where these evil guys, they've taken hold with this equipment. And the weapons can be banned, and they will be banned. It'll just take time. You know, it'll just take time, and I don't know how long it'll take. But, and I just want to I'm coming from a place of like kind of personal, you know, because when you're getting hit with ELF and EMF all night long, and then you hear somebody go, like, say on V2K with just no emotion, yeah, he's retarded, let's just get him out of here. And it's definitely not like anything in your own mind. It's definitely this technology. It makes you angry as a human being, and that's what they want. They want to make you angry. They want to get a reaction. Then they can do more. Then they got more traction. Then they can get more people involved on the streets. Like if you're yelling and cussing at them and like even saying anything about defending yourself, then they can just, because it's entrapment. They get you trapped in your house. They hit you with invisible radiation, like it's microwave radiation, and then they just keep on laying it on, and waiting for you to do something, waiting for violence, trying to cause it. Like, it's a fucked up thing. It's animalistic. These people are evil. They're really evil, and but I would just urge you to still, and like, I guess retreat is the best word. We have to retreat. And it doesn't matter that it's like, because I hear him and person number 3, and they're just like, we gotta get him out of here. And they're not gonna, like, when I leave, they're gonna try and figure out a way to remotely hit me. They can get away with it. But me staying there is even worse. Me staying there, trying to hold my ground. I did it at first, but the thing is, it's like, you have money at first so you can buy stuff to do it, but then they just wear you down. They make you sick. You can't work. They screw your finances up. They screw your family up. Like, they just work on you. They work on every aspect of your life. They work on just doing anything evil they can think of. You know, getting people to do the one light thing all day long. It's what they do, and I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand this guy and how it's what he does. It's what he does now. And my dad definitely doesn't believe me. You know, they're like, this guy, he's just a regular old guy. And he's actually even, like, messed up his backyard. He doesn't take care of it. And he throws, like, his daughter's toys out in the back to look even more, like, irresponsible. Like, he wouldn't be connected to something like this, what I'm talking about. But I know it for certain. I've seen him in the window with the weapons. I'm getting attacked every night. If I walk to the side of the house, I feel it. Like, I feel him shooting me with directed energy weapons. I heard him talking in his backyard to the people that are on the other side of me about hitting me from the kitchen. Like, so, like, and he leaves his front lights. There's so many things built up in context and evidence for me that prove it down to a T. It's going on, you know, plus it's happening to me, you know. And I guess that's a frustrating thing where everybody else, like, in our society now, psychiatry can pretty much disprove that anything is happening. Like, they can prove that anybody's thoughts are just, like, insanity. Even if something is out of the norm and bizarre, like your neighbor is doing something real bizarre and stalking you and, like, raping people, and you see them raping people and carrying dead bodies, but then they hide them, and you tell your psychiatrist this, you know, they can twist it around and be like, no, you know, that's bizarre, and that's not normal, so you need to get on medication and stuff like that. And that's pretty much the normal thing. Because I've talked about this stuff intelligently the whole time. It's not far-fetched that people, I guess, have grown into this. Like, they've come, like, this guy, wherever he's been and whatever he's learned, like, he's evil now. Like, he's evil, and he doesn't think it's evil. Like, he's like, we can get this guy out of the neighborhood, and, like, he doesn't even know me. He started watching me in my house, and the goal of these people, like, before you know about it, they want to hit you with this stuff without your being aware of it. They want to make you sick and, like, kill you with disease or medical problems when you don't know about it. That's their goal at first. Because when I heard him talking to the guy in the backyard, like, the guy who was next door, he was like, I'd figured it out that they were doing it, you know? I'd figured out they were doing it, and I was like, you know, this has got to stop or whatever. I think I was yelling or whatever. I was yelling on the other side, and I heard the young Mexican man who was helping him on the other side apologize to him. Say, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry we let him know, because I had no idea. I was sitting there for 3 months, and he was nailing me, and I thought I had gotten away from it, because I had no idea about remotely hitting you with EMF. And people have to understand it's a Wi-Fi signal. It's like a Wi-Fi signal. It's EMF, the stuff that goes to our phones, our computers, and stuff like that. But it's just charged up. It's just turned up to where it can microwave your body. So we just don't understand this technology. And like, I mean, even I don't understand it fully. And I was talking to a very smart guy, and I was like, well, it's electromagnetic energy, plus it's microwave radiation. And it's like, people don't understand. They're like, well, that doesn't make sense, you know, because you got your microwave, and, you know, it doesn't send out electrical shocks or anything like that. So we're just dealing with a new technology that's very dangerous. These guys know they can get away with it for now. And this is a little keyhole. Like, please have hope, and remember, this is a keyhole that they're coming through and murdering people in their private homes. When Americans really figure this stuff out, they're not going to let it go on. Like, they really won't, because it's murdering people in their homes. Like, this guy, what he's doing, like, there are laws to protect us in our private homes. We have laws as American citizens to protect people like me and you in your homes, like, from being attacked by people like him. We lock our doors. We're behind walls, right? So that people who want to murder people and are bloodthirsty, you know, and want to do this stuff, we're locked behind our private homes, so we're protected from them. And what these guys, they found something they can shoot through your walls, and they can even shoot, like, above you, like, remotely. So it's something, and they won't get caught for it because we're just not prepared for it. The law is not prepared for it. I think there are some cops who, like, know this kind of behavior is going on. There are good cops who know about it and want to stop it, but can't because it's so big. There are officials that know about it. So we've got to make it big, and we've got to get the information out so that it's too much information. Too many people know about it, and it's got to be stopped, because it's something we've really got to fight for, because there are probably people that are very good, like officials, city officials, people in the police department, people in the military, that know that this is happening, and they're like, this is terrible, but they can't stop it. It's such a big monster, and it's people, and it's a lot of people, and it just gets going, and the lies, and then some people are like, well, maybe that person's bad enough to deserve to die in their home with torture through the years. You know, like, I don't understand how people can think this way or get into big groups like this. I've never done it. I was taught not to do this stuff. I was taught to just help people and not cause trouble, especially dark murder trouble. Like, this isn't like something that this guy's bullying me or, you know, messing with my vehicle. Like, they've done stuff like that, like little stuff. But this guy is, like, murdering me in my house, and then he's okay to call my dad, like, on a day where he's really, you know, hit me hard, and tell my dad that he needs to do something about me because they're scared of me, actually. So he's a sociopath. He's done that. He is doing this. Like, it is proven to me time and time again, he is doing this with this equipment. It is organized gang stalking. It is electronic torture, electronic murder, electronic harassment, whatever you want to call it. It is that. Like, he is doing it. But he is fine with doing that and hurting somebody so bad, destroying their life, and then calling, like, my dad's sick. He's had an aneurysm, and he's fine with calling him and lying like that. Like, so he's evil. Like, he can do something like that. Like, a normal person can't do that. It's so disgusting. It's so horrible. Like, a normal person could never do that. They'd be like, call this guy's dad and, like, get his relationship messed up with his dad while I'm murdering him. But the problem is that this is the program. This is not like he's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna, you know, he tricks himself. These people trick themselves. They're like, part of the program is to make this person look crazy so we don't get in trouble. It's to not know the person, so they have no motive and they can't get in trouble. It's about not getting in trouble and murdering and creating an enemy and getting a bunch of people around it, driving around. Most of them, you know, I'm sure they're getting criminals to actually help in it. and it's good people in our houses, we look crazy. You know, I'm sure this whole video has looked insane. Like, it looks insane, and my confidence hasn't been boosted through this whole thing. Like, you know, at first, like, I was really confident. I was like, people will understand this, you know, people aren't going to be, you know, taken down like this. They're not going to let this go on. But then you start, like, your parents really love you, and they're actually fighting you at a certain point because you haven't proved it. You know, I had the burden of proof on this guy. And things like his lights are on all night long, every night. Like, and he has young daughters every weekend like this. Like, you know, like, I have so many things that I could sit there and list of, like, what I've seen these people doing and how it fits in with this. But they're not there. My parents don't live there with me. The burden of proof's on me to actually show people this equipment. Like, they you know, why don't we see this equipment? You know, when I got the police over there, and the guy hid the equipment. Like, he hid the equipment. The police went inside. He's like, I didn't see anything in there. I didn't see. So the guy, yeah, he's just going to leave everything out. He's going to leave these, you know, microwave weapons out in his remote station. Like, I don't even know this remote station. I don't even know if you'd be able to identify it as a weapon. Like, it may just look like a computer. Like, the V2K may just look like a computer station. Like, so this stuff is like, you know, how can you prove all this stuff? I mean, we're going to get there. These weapons will be banned. This is horrible, horrible stuff. Like, horrible torture. Like, and they do it while people are sleeping. Like, that's the biggest time that he wants to attack me. And I've seen people on videos, the target individuals, you know, like, twitching in their sleep. You know, they hit you while you're asleep and try and create heart attacks while you're sleeping. Like, they do this stuff and they call me insane. They're like, yeah, light him up, microwave him, he's insane. Because they have to. They have to vilify you and demonize you because they're killing you. They're doing the worst thing ever. They're displacing you from your private home, watching you like 24 hours a day. It's really messed up stuff. I've studied it, and I've heard testimonies of people all around the world. It's occurring. Like, my parents cannot believe me. Like, some of my friends, they're going to argue with you, I guess. And that's what we've got to fight. We've got to fight with our minds, no matter how tired you are, no matter how much they're torturing you, and you feel like, you know, you can barely even, you know, just go through the day. Like, that's what I feel like sometimes. It's like, and my dad's just like, you need to just get a job and just stop talking about it. And the other night, I was like trying to tell them how, you know, things have been going pretty good, but I mentioned it, and he just turned up the TV. Like, and he was the guy who I'd go to when this all started and, like, get help from him. But he got an aneurysm, he went through his stuff. And I really, who knows? Like, this equipment, it creates aneurysms, strokes, you know, and I've talked about this, seizures, stuff like that. There's another sheriff's car right there. That's, no, city police going by. Right there. Another city police car. I'll just see city police cars and sheriff's cars driving around me. I'll hear sirens all day long, like near my house. The people next door have a big black dog, and it'll bark all the time. Just bark all the time. Like, my dog barks when people come by, but then it stops. I have dogs in my neighborhood. They'll just bark for hours and hours and hours. So I don't know if I'm just, like, living in I'm making a joke here, but, like, in just a hell zone where everything is turned evil. And, like, this guy, you know, is just this evil guy with this equipment, and all the dogs are going crazy. I know that's not it. I guess I'm trying to make a joke. I'm not really feeling really funny. It really sucks the joy out of life. And at the beginning, I was able to make jokes about it, even to the people attacking me. But they wear you down. They want you to be the bad guy. They want you to look crazy. They want you to look negative. They need an enemy that they can kill. This guy didn't know me before he was even hitting me, and he's saying stuff on the V2K. Like, it's disgusting crap. It's like, we've got to do this. It's over. We need to get him out of here. And I watched The Purge yesterday. That movie is the scariest horror movie I've ever seen. I've been watching horror movies since it's close to Halloween, and nothing really scares me because these people that are doing this are so scary. The Purge, people like this. It's going on. There's another sheriff's car right there. Another sheriff's car going by. Sheriff's cars all around. And that really is a scary movie. And if you are really saddened by all this and it won't strengthen you, like, I just get bored and I'm like, I want to see this. And these people are like the people in The Purge. I mean, they're trying to kill me. They're like, yes, we just got to do it. I mean, it's not like something like they're like, God bless America and we're going to kill this person. But they're getting off on it. It's like something that helps this guy out, helps him get connections, and he's like, yeah, I have power over this person. He has nothing against me. I didn't attack him. I didn't attack his family before this. This is all like, they start this stuff. They watch a person and they have power over their life and they can just do whatever they want. He watches me like in the bathroom and he's like, yeah, see, he's crazy, but he's a coward. He's like sitting behind a wall. Like, he's sitting behind a wall and murdering somebody, and he's like trying to act like he's a big, strong military guy, doing the right thing. Like, it's crazy. It's like he's trying to hit all the levels. Like, I'm a good citizen, but I'm a bloodthirsty murderer. Like, it doesn't work. It's nuts. But because he's hiding in his house doing it, I can't get help. I was just pondering yesterday, if we were to debate and there were a bunch of people and we like honestly told them, like they told them what they're doing to me, and then I told the people what I wanted out of life, peace, and just to get away from murder, like all the people in the audience would agree with me. They would be on my side. This guy can say anything he wants. He can say any kind of horrible thing he wants. He can murder me because he's hiding in his house. And he's actually hiding behind his family too. He has daughters and a wife. Nobody will believe it. He uses that. He uses, his family to do this. He uses my love for my family to hurt me more. He'll call my dad. Like, he likes doing that. If I ever, like, yell. And I made a really big mistake. And this is a small thing. I just went in between our houses. I said, get out of my life. Leave me alone, man. It's enough. It's too much. He called my dad and he was like, your son's yelling over here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, be careful, about confronting or anything like that. And, we know that I can't go over and ask him, hey, can you stop murdering me in my house? Can you stop this EMF stuff? He'll be like, what? You're crazy. It's called gaslighting. It's part of this. He'll just be like, no. Gaslighting. He's really gone into the gaslighting, and he's very good at it. And you got to realize these people are going to be very good at it, because somebody who would kill somebody in their sleep obviously has something really wrong with them, and they are a sociopath. So they'll look more normal than you. You have emotions and a conscience. We fumble around sometimes as humans to find the right thing to do. This guy's not asking that question at every step of the way. At no step of the way has he questioned, is this too much? Am I actually hurting this guy? Like, if I get hurt or I'm like, twitching, he'll turn that frequency up because he wants to murder. Like, he's a sociopath. But then I hear his wife in there. She's a normal person. And she's like, just turn it off. Just get away from him. And it scares her because she's a normal person. And all he does is he's just like, honey, we've got to do this. We've got to get him out of there. Can't you see he's crazy? And this is while I'm like sleeping. And there's a one-light car behind me. The BMW, nice. One-light car. Like a family and people. That might just be a guy. It's just such a nice car. It's so new. Everything on it is just so pristine. And it has one light out. Like, everything is perfect on it. Like, I could imagine if my car, like, with the tape on it and stuff, if I had one light. But, like, these people that I see with one light out, their cars are they're these trucks, like work trucks with nothing wrong with them at all. Just the one light out. I don't know. That's a family, though. I can't believe that they would. Maybe the dad, I guess, would know about it and the family doesn't. It's just so fucked up. Like, and I'm sorry for cussing. Like, I've become I cuss like a sailor now. Like, I'm no longer making jokes to these people who are watching me and sending the V2K. It's no longer funny. It's really dark. And it seems to be just getting darker and darker. And it's like I'm trapped by it. That's why I would recommend, you get involved with these people, and I'll make a metaphor. He's like a tar baby, or a tar octopus, and he's in his house, he's hiding, he's got equipment that people don't know about, and they can hide and hurt people, and just confronting him on that level, or calling cops. I mean, I would suggest calling the cops. If you haven't called the cops, call them a couple of times, call them out, say you're being harassed, don't make it a big deal, don't, act insane. Just say, it's some high-pitched sound. It's a high-pitched sound emitter. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to study it, but it's harassment. And if you call them out a couple times and they're like, it's not working, I'd suggest, just getting out of there. But I think we all need to make our reports. I think that's important. So I want to be clear. I'm not just saying run out of your house, because that's what these people want. They want you to run out of your house, then they want to remotely hit you and get you set up at the next place. And that's what these people have done. I've moved twice, and they just get it set up in the next place. The legend grows to where, people get involved. They're like, oh, this guy's bad, and we've got to watch him and, hurt him and stuff like that. And it's crazy. It's I hate making these videos. They sound crazy. It's like a tar baby. It's like a tar human. But I have no choice. I have no choice but to act in some way. I can't sit there in my house, stack up aluminum, and he just keeps turning it up, because it's like military strength frequencies, military strength electromagnetic frequencies that burn you, that hit you in the genitals. There are young girls that are 20 years old being surrounded by men watching them naked and then burning them with microwaves like this. So I've got to do something. We've all got to do something. I'm not saying don't do anything. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying this. Look at the Navy Yard shooter. He was being attacked with ELF and EMF. And look, people just think he's crazy. He wrote it on his weapon, this is my ELF weapon. And he was a military guy. He was a military guy who he was like, I'm going to fight for my honor. These people are doing something horrible. But look what it turned into. People glossed over it. They covered it up. And that's what'll probably happen, though. It'll be covered up. It'll just be violence that happens to people. So we've got to be smarter than that. We've got to be smarter. It's not a war where we can, get a gun and defend our lives. It's that kind of war. These people have finagled and figured out a little keyhole to slip through where they can shoot you through their walls and actually, taunt you through your walls with V2K, and then you just look like a schizophrenic. You look like a schizophrenic person. And that's part of the program, to make you look crazy, to make you look like a bad person, and to build it up on both sides, to build it up on a side where people know what's going on, and they're like, yeah, this guy's crazy, and we can kill him, and to build it up on the other side where there's normal people, so, and to be like, this guy is crazy, and we're not doing this, and we don't even know him. So it's a lot of different levels and layers of evil, and we've got to be smart about it. We've got to be smart no matter what they're doing, shooting us in the head. I'll tell you what, the aluminum blocks it. My guy has very powerful stuff. My plates that I have block it. I'm so happy to have them. I've started delving into copper, and this is not something I've studied, but it's something that I saw. I just saw it on a movie, Transcendence with Johnny Depp, where at the beginning he's putting up a copper web, and he says, it can block electromagnetic frequencies from your cell phone and stuff like that. So I went out, and copper's really expensive. It's very expensive. And I got copper piping for $30. It was $30, and I put it above me where I sleep, and it really works. It really works really good. And I think it may be better than aluminum, because I think the aluminum actually degrades after a while, and stuff starts slipping through it. Especially if you get aluminum foil or something like that, I think it may degrade. I hope not, and I hope you could just put aluminum up and it'd work all the time on electromagnetic frequencies, but I'm not sure. I don't know, it's just Sunday morning, I'm driving around, and it's all the time, the guy's attacking me, or I hear just his voice in person number 3 basically, or his wife's voice, that there's gentlemen on the other side, And this is what's a smart thing to do, because so many people will get involved. And, you know, the guy who's organized it, I hate his guts. I mean, I can't say anything nice to him where he's going to quit murdering me. So I hate his guts. I really do want him to die, like a tree fall on him or something like that, or God just strike him down. Like, I hope he burns in hell. And these are things that I say, I'm still a good person. I feel good about myself. Like, he is an evil murderer. But the guy's on the side of me, you know, he's ex-military, the guy who's doing it, and he could have told all these people in the neighborhood something that are cooperating and getting involved, and they really think that they're going after an enemy or somebody who's dangerous, you know. So don't get into it with everybody. Don't, you know, start cussing everybody or something like that. I'd suggest not even talking to, you know, the person who's doing it. But the thing is, you're a human being. You know, they're hurting you, so you feel a need to communicate and to say, I'm a human being, you're murdering me, stop. You know, even though it's a weird way they're doing it, you feel the need to do that. And that's how they get you trapped and looking like you're crazy. You know, they figured out that people don't know about this. Some authority figures do know about it, and they're just not willing to do anything about it, not capable of doing anything about it, or involved. So, you know, making these videos has been one thing that's really helped me out a lot. Like, it's helped me to feel like I'm doing something and getting something done. And, I mean, just like while I'm making this video, I hear person number 3, and it's a woman, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's somebody that just hangs out with them or it's the woman next door. Like, I've never seen her or interacted with her, whoever person number 3 is, but I'll hear her just say stuff even now, like, put him away. Yeah, we've got to do this. So they've convinced themselves, or they're such liars that they're like, we've got to do this. We've got to put him away, murder him, and follow him. But then it changes when I leave. It's like, now we've got to follow him. We have to do this when I'm away from them. And I mean, I've proved that, like, this whole, but it's, the thing is, like, and it's so confusing. I sit here and it sounds like I'm talking in circles, but they want to make you look crazy. So they're not going to be able to just let you leave that house and then, oh, it's gone away. These people on the sides of me aren't hitting me with EMF. I've gone to this other house, you know, so it stopped. And then that's proof. People can watch you, like, feel good and say, oh, no, I get away from the house, and it goes away. You know, so that's a problem because they're trying to make you look crazy. They're going to follow you, so you say, oh, well, they're remotely hitting me even when I get out of the house. They want to I guess, save their ass and so much and look like they're not doing anything that it gets more and more evil and more bizarre, and it's just something we're all caught in. That's why I make the metaphor of the like, tar octopus. It just sucks everything in, you know, creates evil, and then they're trying to cover their asses because they've done such horrible things, and murder. They're trying to follow along with the program. These people are trying to do a lot of stuff that's all evil. It's all bad, you know, and if they think that it's really good and it's like a thing in society that's going to help correct things, I don't know, or I don't know what they're getting out of it. Like, I have theories on it. I've studied it. Some people think that the NSA gives people money, home renovations, new trucks, new vehicles, and stuff like that. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know. That's sickening to think that. But I don't know if I'd be surprised by anything. And that's a problem because I live in a world where I know, and you know, it's been proven that this stuff is happening. But my parents live in a different world. Like, I live in a different world than my parents, and they don't believe this stuff can happen. And this guy who's doing it lives in a different world than me, where he actually doesn't care about American families, doesn't care about his own family, he's willing to murder, and I don't understand it. So it's like we're all living in different worlds, and it creates chaos, and we don't get to help people. Like, I mean, I was writing grants, like, I'm a great grant writer for cancer patients. I'm supposed to be making a video for it. You know, I really, and I'm not bragging, I'm not like, oh man, if these people left me alone, I'd be able to save the world, but like, I help cancer patients, I want to help people. Like, if these people left me alone, I'd be able to do that more successfully and help my family, because I've got a 60-year-old mother who has been working her whole life, and she helps cancer patients. She does the greatest thing. She's worked for Red Cross and just done magnificent things, and she's losing her mind because of what's happening to me. because she doesn't know what's going on. You know, it's hurting her. She doesn't know how to help me, and she's always taking action. That's what my mom is like. She's like, I'm going to act on this. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. And I, you know, when I knew that I'm going to have to fight to probably even get to Green Bank, West Virginia, which is something that's so easy to do. I just want to go there for 2 weeks just to see if it works and put it on the video to tell you guys. I guess people in America or people all over the world, you can move there. It's like a small town. There's like 150 people there. We could frickin' populate that place and build it up. Just build businesses or whatever. Just a targeted individual's haven. I don't know. I mean, that's like really a pipe dream, like thinking way far ahead of myself. It sucks because my mom's 60 years old. She wants to retire. She wasn't able to because my family's not financially set up like that. And all my family needs from me is to get a job and take care of myself. That's all they need. That's all they need from me. And then this guy's doing this. He's doing this, and it's every night, and it's a job to murder me and shoot me with this stuff. It's evil. He knows. He surveils me. Like, he surveils the conversations I have with my parents. He surveilled me on my mom's birthday. I didn't get her a present. And I was over there late because I was sitting in the bathtub while he was burning my back. And, you know, you lose time, I guess, when you're getting hurt like that. And it was disappointing. I went over there and I was late, and everybody, like, they look at me like I'm nuts. And it disconnects you from your family, and it's really happening. So you're being murdered by these people. It's destroying your parents' lives and your family. And they want to do all that evil stuff and then chunk it back on top of you. And like it does, like, I mean, regular people and targeted individuals back me up here. If a regular person was watching this video who's not dealing with this, they would think I had something wrong with me. They'd think I had schizophrenia. You know, like one of my friends, he's very religious and he's helping me out. I'm not going to say his name. Great guy. He's been through a lot of stuff. But when he talks to me about helping me with this, he even gets confused and caught up, and he's like, well, I've been through problems with, thinking and stuff like that before. And so it's like, and then he's like, oh, people with schizophrenia block themselves with aluminum. And, like, I don't want to have the aluminum, like, in my house. Like, I look crazy. I can't bring girls back to my house. And there are girls that I've been out, like, at parties with who, like, I could totally... I have a girlfriend. She's in prison. Anyway, that's all complicated stuff. Like, I don't, that's my love life or whatever, which is non-existent. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy people involved in this. They want to make you crazy. There's a lot of good people who want to help you, but some of those people you'll even end up arguing with or whatever. Like, I'm kind of done with that. Like, this guy is like... my friend, and he's a really good guy, and I'll always be his friend, and he's going to help me no matter what, and he's religious, I'm religious, God will see me through this, like, I guess even if I do die or get cancer or something like that, like, I'll end up helping people, it'll end up meaning something, I'll make it mean something, these videos make it mean something, right now, maybe a lot of people would watch these videos and be like, you're freaking insane. And all you target individuals, you support me. Thank you so much. Like, thank you so much for being there, for being good people, and support me and saying, stay strong, bro. Keep in Christ. All very religious people and good people. Like, thank you so much. Like, that really helps. And, like, I'm not saying that I, don't want my parents' help or my friends' help, but it's hard to believe. And people who haven't experienced it, we understand, they're not going to believe it. And right now, people will watch this video who haven't experienced it, some of them. Probably not a lot of people watching the videos who haven't experienced it, because you'd have to, like, search out organized gang stalking, target individuals. You have to search out those topics, probably, to get to my videos. But in a couple of years, I mean, this is going to come out. It's going to come out. Even if they're experimenting with this weaponry to practice for the military, or some company has money and they're putting money out to practice with these weapons on humans, it's gonna come out. And so these videos aren't going to seem so insane in a couple of years. It's just how long? How long do we have to go? And that's my problem. And the thing with Green Bank, Virginia, West Virginia, it's like, I just want to go there for 2 weeks to start out, and I can tell y'all if it works or not, because this guy hits me heavily remotely. He's always working on it. It's what he does. Like, he likes it. He'll move his truck. Like, yesterday there was a bizarre thing where, I went and got a haircut at Supercuts, and these people, they surveil you, so they know what you're doing. And I saw, like, I went to go get my haircut, and then when I came out, I saw his truck there. His truck was in that parking lot, because I've been talking, I guess, a lot in my car, like, I'm going to find your truck, dude. I'm going to get a private investigator. I'm going to find where you're parking your truck and come back to your house. So I think it was really just him, like, kind of screwing around with me. But his truck was in the parking lot, a big parking lot, all day long, with nothing around there that he would have been at, that you can go to for that long. There's no businesses or anything, unless he worked at one of those businesses, that you could stay at for long. So it was a bizarre thing where his truck was in this parking lot all day long, and I'd go back and I'd see it there. And so he does bizarre stuff that, I guess he wants me to see. He wants me to see that he's involved and he's doing this to me, but I can't prove it to anybody. Like, it's when I came out of my house one day, just to go to the store and get some food and stuff, like, he was pulling out of the turn, not going to his house or anything. He was just driving around the neighborhood with his brights on, and he looked at me like with just like rape eyes, like a rapist. Like, I've never seen cold, evil eyes like that. Like, I've never seen that. And I was like, he'd been hurting me with the high-pitched sound all night, and I was turning around like this, and he was like looking at me, and I go, fuck you, dude! Why are you fucking looking at me? Go fuck yourself! Like, I was yelling at him from my car, but I had the windows shut. He didn't call my dad or anything from that. He just drove down. He didn't drive to his house. He just drove out of the neighborhood. So he was gang stalking me in his truck, like, bizarre stuff. It's always bizarre. It's always violent. That's why, and I don't know what the point of this video was. I guess I'm just talking. I just want to get out of the house, and talk, because I've been in there all night. Like, it's like I'm trapped in there. I can't use my, rooms on the outside of the house. I have to stay in the kitchen with my armor. And I got the other guys on the other side, so if I move or shift things around, they can hit me, like, in the testicles and stuff like that. If I get it, blocked good, I get pretty comfortable, and then I don't feel it at all. So, I mean, this is proof, like, when you're moving aluminum around and blocking ways that people can hit you on your top or your side, like, it's just proving it in a context that it does exist. God, it's just, I just want to live a peaceful life. I want these people off me. And this guy's not. It's called organized gang stalking for a reason. One of the guys, man, like, one of the first guys I watched his videos, really nice guy, and, like, it was not at the beginning of my gang stalking, but it was right when I moved into the house. It was, like, right when I found out that they were doing it to me in that house. And it hadn't gotten so bizarre. The guy hadn't built it up and all this stuff. And he was talking about stuff that's happening to me, like, now, that then I didn't. He was like, you're going to get hit in your car. He's like, you're going to have people following you around. You're going to have people doing one light to you. You're going to have people, shooting you remotely where you go. And I started laughing. I was like, this guy, he's crazy. Like, and I was experiencing gang stalking and the electromagnetic frequencies. And, like, this guy who had been moved along in the process for a couple of years, I was like, oh, this guy's crazy. He said one thing, though, that was very true, because of the nature of this and how people get involved, and it's, organized gang stalking and building up mobs and hate. He was like, you're not going to have a light case of gang stalking. I think maybe some people get lucky and some civilians get their hands on this, and then they've got to use it on somebody else. Like, by the grace of God, it does stop on them, or it's not worth it to hit them. like, I don't know. I think by the grace of God, some people do. Like, there's probably a small percentage of us that, by the skin of our teeth, get out of it, you know. I'm not one of those. Mine's built up. This guy has worked on it because he's ex-military. I think it depends on who you get, like, how bad it is, how bad it gets. If you got somebody with military experience who's, like, ex-military, he doesn't have anything to do, and he really is a crazy person who actually thinks this is, like, for the good of the nation, for the good of his cult or whatever, then you're in trouble, you know. He spends all of his time on it. But I think some people, they actually do have to have jobs while they torture you, and you get kind of lucky. Like, I guess all the experiences are very different. Something that told me that all the experiences are very different. I want to reply to this person. I'm trying to reply to all you guys. There's so many comments. They're so awesome. Even the ones that, you know, are angry. You know, say angry stuff to me. Be like, these guys are pussies. Fuck them. Like, I'm sorry about that language, but there was one that was like, it showed me how different this is. And probably in her experience, you know, what she was saying was right on. She was like, it's mostly obese women and feminized men. And I was like, that's crazy. I was like, it's so, but the thing is, probably in her situation, it was some obese women and feminized men that were doing it to her. And it's a lot of people that do it. It crosses cultural boundaries. You know, there's Mexicans who do it. There's Mexicans doing it to me. There's a white guy who's doing it to me. You know, I don't think there's no African Americans who are involved directly in my neighborhood. I think the person number 3 is married to an African American, but I don't think he gets involved. Like, he stays out of it. I don't think he likes it, and he's just like, you know, you go do that, whatever. Like, the thing is, and I don't blame him, like, even, like, I don't blame this guy's wife at all either, even if she did go to the police and was like, my husband is using electromagnetic weapons and, like, hitting this guy and killing him. Like, she wouldn't do that because she wants to protect her family. Like, she loves this guy. She wants it to end, but it's like she's confused and trapped, just like me, except not being hit with microwave weapons. But it's like, even if some people did go and tell the police, they'd either be laughed off, or, you know, they couldn't prove it, or something like that, you know, or the police couldn't do anything about it, even if they knew about the microwave weapons. It's like, it's hard to make an arrest on stuff like this because it hasn't been done before. You know, you can get people, and that's what the important thing is, you can get people on the stalking and the physical stuff that they're doing to your property and stuff like that, but not the electromagnetic weaponry. So that's what we've got to work on, and that's going to be really tough. Really what we need is, like, that's why I'm like, we just need to get away from it, like, try and escape, you know, and I'm trying, like, that's not cowardly. What this guy's doing is cowardly, but what's going to happen is we're going to have to get the weapons banned. Like, the senators and, you know, representatives, like, people are going to have to ban it on a big level, because we're not going to start getting a bunch of arrests the way these people are doing this. We're not going to start getting a bunch of small arrests and then, oh, you know, now the cops are ready and they can handle it, you know, and they'll know about it. I mean, unless we start looking through people's walls, but that makes us criminals too, you know? And, like, those people don't have the equipment who are being attacked. Alright, guys, well, I went everywhere this morning, just talking about everything. Like, I'm going to go to Green Bank, West Virginia. I think I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm not going to start saying when I'm going to do stuff. I'm going to try and keep things kind of a little bit under the hat, or under the chest, or whatever the saying is. But I'm going to get there. I'm going to try and get my parents to help me, and then I'll tell y'all, you know, if it works, especially with the remote, you know, stuff. Because that's really the main thing. Because this is basically, you know, it's radio frequencies, microwave frequencies, and so we'll know. I'm gonna go there. That's a priority for me. And I think if you're in America, well, I'll let y'all know. I'll make a video. Keep posted. Like, keep watching my videos. I'm definitely gonna go there. Not just for me, but so y'all will know if it's a boom or a bust. I don't think it's a huge town like it would be, you'd have to learn to live with some country, kind of living. But like I'm saying, maybe in a couple of years, 3 years or something, targeted individuals could start moving there, starting businesses, living our lives. It could be a promised land for us. Even people from other countries, It shouldn't just be Americans who could escape there. So I don't know, but I will let y'all know about it. It does give me hope. It seems like when I do have something to escape to, the guy starts hitting me harder, which doesn't make any sense at all. None of it makes sense, but it's like, that's how I know. I know how he acts, like, and what he does, and that's how I know he's a liar, because when I'm almost getting away or I'm fixing something up, like when I was getting the trailer stuff done and talking to my mom about it, and I was close to that, he laid it on and was hitting me in the head so hard that, like, I literally was having trouble driving. Like, he was hitting me in the chest so hard that I was having heart palpitations. And that, I don't know, like, that, the heart thing, like, I don't know if I owe his wife a lot more than, like, I think maybe she does affect it a lot more. Like, I'm lucky to have her there, because I think he would be a lot deadlier, and he would just hit me in the chest and, like, really just kill me, like, if she wasn't there. So, like, I say that she, like I don't blame her, but I really am thankful that she's there, because I think she does stop a lot of, like, really hardcore murder that could happen to me, and my weapons and stuff. So I'm really, yeah, that's the weird thing. I'm really being watched out by God. He's watching out for me, and I think I don't even realize it, because I'm just tangled up in this mess of, like, people don't believe me, EMF and all this crap. People, driving around the streets with their cool cars with one light on and sunglasses, and it's so cool for them. I don't know what organization that is, like, that's organized gang stalking. It sucks. It's people who have no emotion. Yeah, I really think about that. I think, like, God's watching out for me in a lot of different ways. I mean, right when I was praying with my friend, like, after that I found out about Green Bank, West Virginia. People that complain about the same stuff, the ringing in the ears, the hitting in the throat, feeling like they're poisoned, they go there and their lives are changed. And it's about 40 to 50 people who have experienced the symptoms that we have, who have gone there, and now they're peaceful and they're living lives. I have a theory that those are people who are being hit that don't know about it. I think I've met a lot of people who are actually being hit by EMF, and they just think it's sensitivity. Like, they think it's lights and stuff like that, but it's pain where their back will feel like it's splitting open, and they think they're just sensitive or allergic to EMF. And I think that this whole program is basically trying to hit people so they don't know. And I think that this older guy who started it, the first guy who did it for me, because really, who knows? I think even before he started the high-pitch EMF, I think he was nailing me in the jaw and the head with ELF in my apartment. Like, he was sitting on the other side of the wall doing that, like, at night. I look back and I was having headaches, and I was about to have to go see a jaw doctor because my jaw was hurting so bad, and I was really sick with Crohn's disease, and I think he was. Like, what these people do is, I guess it's fun at first, and he was hitting me with ELF, and then I think when he was like, I'm just going to go ahead and get this guy out of here now, I'm going to finish it up, and then he started hitting me with the EMF, so I knew about it, and then he could hide it still, but I'd know about it, so I'd know I'd have to get out of there to be safe from it, and that was the time. Like, it's different now, because I know what's going on, I've studied it, I've talked to y'all. I haven't talked to enough of y'all face to face. I need to get on Skype with y'all. We need to have some conference calls on OSI and talk about this Green Bank, West Virginia, and what it means for us. Because we need to stick together, because I know we all can't take our parents, thinking we're crazy, and that really hurt. I still love my parents. They love me. I had solid relationships with my dad and my mom that could have helped other people and helped them in their business and helped us in our life, and we could have been strong. And I had gone through other stuff that was just head-up challenges, and they were always there. And this is not a head up challenge. It's like a bunch of weird, bizarre, like kind of pseudo movements and like, hey, we're showing you that we're stalking you, but nobody else will believe you type of stuff. And that's how schizophrenia presents itself. So these people, they try and get you to look crazy while they really hurt you. And they want to hurt you real bad so you look even crazier. So, you'll get cancer or whatever. Dark stuff. It's really dark stuff. And I don't like having traveled here. I wish I was, well, that's another thing. It's like I kind of wish I was where other people were, smiling and not knowing that the stuff even exists. But it does, and it's hurting a lot of people that are really good, so, I don't know. God put me here. I believe in God and Jesus Christ. Sometimes, though, like, these people hurt me bad at night. It's always surveilling me, so it's like even if I'm just sitting there watching movies, they're always surveilling me, and just they love it. They love the taunting behind the wall, and it's what they do. They don't go watch movies or go do this. I'm sure he does put the microwaves on a loop, and he has dinner and goes to the bathroom or gets somebody to, come in for him. Like he gets, they switch out and stuff like that. That's what they do. It's like their entertainment, their job, their mission. And, like, people are like, I mean, why would they pick you and stuff like that? They pick me because, like, I'm a nobody. Because why would they pick me? Like, why would they do this? Why would they attack you with invisible microwave radiation when they could just come over with a taser and tase you? Oh, yeah, because if this guy came over with a taser and shot me in the face with a taser, he'd be in trouble and in jail. And that would be it. Like this has really hurt me, and he gets to hide, and he gets to keep doing it. That's why he does this. That's why they do this way. It really causes a lot of pain. They can really hurt people and dominate and murder. That's why they do it. It's a very smart way. Like evil has evolved. And I'm sorry to say this. Well, I'm gonna end the video, and I'm not gonna get too religious, but us religious people and people who believe in Jesus Christ, we need to get our heads together and stop just being like, la 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 la, Jesus is gonna, I mean, I hate saying that stuff because I don't want to, but I'm saying evil is evolving, so good has to evolve. And it seems like a lot of times good is not evolving. Good is just trying to help its family and keep its job and struggle through. And these people who are evil and manipulators, they're getting ready to take us all out, to murder us in our homes. Like, we need to understand it, like, and not be corrupted by it. Like, and I don't know, that's a whole nother video. I don't want to get into it. But we've got to evolve. Good has to evolve because evil has evolved. It's gotten really smart. It's gotten to where it can look like the good. This guy can look like the good guy, destroy my family, murder me, take all my human rights, use laws that are supposed to protect me, a peaceful person, and use it so he can murder and stalk. Evil has gotten really smart, and it can twist your arms back and beat the crap out of you. And it's really smart, and it bides its time. They found a way. This guy doesn't have to be smart. He can be smart without being intelligent because he can sit in his house comfortably and do it slowly. And I have, like everybody that's targeted individual, we don't have a lot of time. We're being hit with EMF. Our bodies are being screwed up. People in our lives are getting mad at us and just being like, get a job. And, it's ripping our finances down. So it's putting us in a tough place, a hot place, hot potatoes, And so it's like, it's a different situation. He's calmly and comfortably building up like a mob of hate in the city and stuff like this. And through the years, he's gotten a lot of people involved. Like at first, not many people involved, him and one other guy. Now he's got the lady next door. He's got all the household across the street. It took him a long time to cultivate that and to feel people out and know if they're going to go along with it, and it's like, I think about this and I think about all the good people, and there are good people who come over to those houses, and I know they see this equipment and stuff like that, and, I know that they don't jump on it and call the police and stuff like that, they look at the equipment and they're like, this is cool. This guy, y'all are murdering him. He must deserve it or whatever. And so it really tricks people. It even tricks good people. It's really horrible stuff. But, alright, I'm coming up on an hour. I just wanted to make a little video. Didn't see that many one-light cars. I guess that's cool. Sunday morning, certain time periods, he can't get a lot of people. Like, real late at night, you know, there's not going to be a lot of one-light cars. Surprisingly, during, like in the noon hours is when it's worse. From noon to like 5, I'd say he can get the most people doing it, because it's people who are at work. Like, there'll be work trucks who, I guess, they're on their break, or they'll make a break for themselves to do it. Or then in the evening when there's a lot of traffic, people coming from work, he can get people doing it there. You know, only the hardcore gang stalkers will do it at 3 in the morning. I'll see like maybe 3 cars at like 3 in the morning. You know, hardcore evil people, I guess, or whatever you want to call them. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I love all you guys, and very soon, I'm gonna try and get it, because I've got some jobs lined up. Praise God, that I might be able to get and you know, go and make some money. And you know, try and do something. But I'm going to try and maybe very soon go up to Green Bank, West Virginia. It's supposedly a haven for people like us. It's only 13,000 square miles. My mom said that wasn't a large area. That seems like a very large area to me, 13,000 square miles. Seems like you could get something up in the middle of it, you know, if there's a... I'm just going to try and find a hotel. I don't know if there's a hotel. I'll go up there. I may just drive my car, you know, by myself and find it, and then just, if I have to sleep in my car, or maybe there's a bed and breakfast or something like that. Maybe have to build a house or something. I don't know. I'm just talking, but y'all will definitely know when I go. It's very hopeful, because that's a place where they can't get to you. You know, you don't have to put a bunch of stuff on top of you. And if you do have some plates and some Q-Wave stuff, you know, and you have that on without the remote hitting, and they do have maybe some people on the ground there, it's just such a small town, I don't think they can get it to work there, which is why I think it's such a promised land. Like, in this city, it's not everybody involved. It's not the whole city. There's just enough people where there's enough, like, it seems to me like there's a lot because they get up around me, but there's not that many scumbags. Most people are good. Most people really are good. But, like, if y'all watch that, I'll tell you what, watch that Darren Brown video of anonymous people making decisions about somebody's life while they watch him. Like, and that's very similar to what goes on with us. Watch that video. Watch it. Watch what it's called when people get into a mob and just want bad for somebody. Watch, it's called de-individuation, not de-individualization, which I think it would be, but de-individuation. It's how people get into mobs and kill people, lynch mobs, like really evil stuff. It's how the Nazis killed a bunch of Jews. It's de-individuation, where you're anonymous and you're part of a group, and it's really interesting. And I'll just say one little thing about it. There's probably about 20 or 30% of people on a side who want to see good done. They want to see good stuff happen for people. Like, and that's what they want to see. They don't want to see anything else. They don't want to see people hurt. They don't go over to that. They're made a certain way. They can't take that when somebody gets hurt. There's about 20 or 30% who are hardcore of that. Then there's about 20 or 30% on the other side that are very evil and want to see evil happen to people. They like seeing people suffer. And then there's people in the middle. And this is just my theory. Maybe there's more better people. Maybe there's more good people than I think. But watch this video. But what I think is that there's 20 or 30% on, you know, the good side. Good side. Like, good people. They'll never do bad. They don't want to do bad. They'll only do bad if somebody's, like, running at them with a gun, and then they have to defend themselves or something like that. That's what I think I am. Like, that's how I would never attack somebody and decide to destroy their life, like manipulate and do that. Like, I want to live my own life. So I feel like I'm on that side. I don't feel like I'm in the middle or on the evil side, but there definitely is, like, I think it's a bell curve, and I think what happens is these people who are in the middle, who could go either way, I think with organized gang stalking, the people who are really, really bad, they head it up and they lead it, and they're anonymous, and then they get these people who are kind of floating, they're floaters, and they kind of go over to that side. And I think that's a disservice to them because they could go over to the other side. But I think there's the people in the middle, 30%, I guess it'd be 30, 30, and 30, maybe 40% in the middle, more people in the middle who kind of just go along with the crowd. They just kind of go along with the flow or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to judge people at all, but after this, I've seen people do horrible things to me and get involved in it, and they don't even know me. And they're like, yeah, this guy sucks, he's crazy, yeah, let's kill him, let's microwave him or whatever. And it's all just kind of fun for them, But alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Talked a long time. I like making long videos, though, because I'm kind of talking to myself, too. I'm kind of figuring it out because I can't talk to my parents about it. I definitely can't talk to my attackers about it because, like, I hate this guy, and I'll just say, like, I can talk at a normal level in my house, and he's surveilling me, he can hear me, and I know that, so I'll say stuff to him sometimes. It's just not a good idea. It's not a good idea for me. It makes me feel awful. It gives him more traction so he can murder. But these videos, it's like I feel like I'm talking to people who can get help from it. Like, they can be helped from it. Talking to my parents, I'm just going to worry them and stress them out. Talking to these people, they'll get more traction and be able to murder me harder. Talking to my friends even. I talked to, my friend who is awesome, like an awesome guy, but then I talk about it a lot, and even he's like, now just stop talking about it, and he doesn't know how to take it because he's never experienced it. So we can't don't expect somebody who hasn't experienced this stuff, this bizarre, weird stuff that even I don't know if I'd be capable of believing human beings could do this. Don't expect them to be like, oh yeah, blah, blah. You may have people telling you that so that you feel better and you don't feel like you're crazy. Like, I think my mom does that. She's like, it's not that we don't believe you, we just don't know what to do. And I think that's a complete lie, and I love her so much for saying that. She loves me, and she's trying to do the right thing. God, that gets me. Oh my God. So many people just trying to do the right thing. Didn't want to do it, wasn't prepared for that. I think about my mom, though. God, she needs help, like with her work, and she just wants to do the right thing for her son, and she's ended up doing like things that have fucked me over so bad. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. It's complete confusion. Nobody will believe this guy is doing this. That's why I say get away from it. We got to be smart enough to get away and live our lives peacefully. These people suck us in, tar tentacles, and they suck us in, and then like last night I was like, you're a son of a bitch, I wish you would die. Like, can I believe these things? Like, he's sucked me in where I say bad things. I hate him. Like, he's a murderer. I don't want to be near him, though. I want to do good things for my family. I don't understand why they pick people who just want to mind their own business. It's like we're really fucking there. There's the sheriff's car right there. The sheriff's car right there. Now I'm in one position. I'm in a parking lot, so maybe I could see a couple more, stalkers or whatever. I just want to get away from it. I want to live in peace. I want to say, I catch myself because I want to say I was a good person. I used to be a good person. It's not true. I am a good person. I want to do good things. These people have lied about me and hurt me so bad, and they watch me all the time, and they're really doing this stuff, and it's really evil to me. I don't care if it's not evil to them. That's why we live in separate houses, so that people with these bizarre beliefs don't hurt us. Because if he believes in murder and that murder's okay, Like, I think that's fucking evil. I think it's evil to get a bunch of people and psychologically harass somebody and soften them up over years and torture them and kill them. Like, I think that's evil. In my life, that's a bad thing to do. To him, it's okay. Like, and it has nothing to do with anything I've done to him, or I've not attacked him or anything. He just wants to make me look evil, put me away, say evil things, get people to believe him. That's the program. That's the program. And it's like people like, I watch my mom, I hear his wife. His wife is a person that wants to raise her daughters and live her own life. This is hell for her. She doesn't want to be involved in this. Like, you know, like, I feel very sorry, like, not sorry for her. She's a strong person, great person, and probably in a lot of ways, like, I would say stuff like, you know, just get her out, let her go out of the room, or let her go stay somewhere else. But she probably made a decision, like, if she's there, that it would stop some of the violence, that it would actually help me. And I was thinking about that, and I'm like, wow. I fucking hate this. Every part of it. So many good people in the world. Alright, guys, I'm sorry about that. I think about good people getting caught up in it, and I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't even take it. I think about all of y'all. Like, it keeps me going. It keeps me going. I couldn't go. I couldn't do this. Okay, we're going to find out about Green Bank, West Virginia. Study it. I'm sorry about the crying. It's better, though. Like, it's better. It's better than me yelling at this guy. It's true. I can just get it out. I can just cry, and it's real, and it comes from a place of love. It's better. It's better. But I just can't do it because then they're like, yeah, this guy's crazy. He's unstable. We need to do this. So they use it against me. They're going to use anything against me, right? So why don't I do the right thing? I can get it out, and it's love. It's something they can, like, get me on or say I'm nuts, but it's the right thing instead of yelling at this guy. Oh, God. Alright, guys, I love y'all. God bless you. You know, live as much, be as happy as you can, and help your family as much as you can. You know, this may be a breakthrough with this Green Bank, West Virginia, and if I have to move, like, even if I had to move there for a while, you know, this stuff is built up around me. This guy's built it up, so even if I had to move there for a while, I don't have to move there for my whole life, nor any of us, but maybe we could find a place there, maybe we'd get a job and get married and just stay there, you know. My grandma's getting older, and I want to, you know, I should be going to my grandpa's grave with her. That's something important she does. And so going there, I worry about being away from her. She just wants to see me. She doesn't even care. I could just sit there, not say anything. She just wants me to come over and see her. And she loves me. She doesn't care about any of this. Just fucking so hard. I guess I want y'all to see this, though. I want y'all to see my real emotions, so you just know, you can trust me. Like, it's important that I'm transparent and I'm real, and even if I'm going all over the place talking about this stuff, I want y'all to know that you can trust me. I love y'all. Y'all have helped me so much. The comments, I need to be communicating with y'all on a much a better level, you know. Skype, we need to be having conference calls. I need to do this stuff. We need to fight, because if we do that stuff, then we don't spend our time yelling at these people who are attacking us, or, you know, if we do, and my dad's right about that, and he says it and it hurts me. He's like, you just need to get your mind off of it, and it sounds like he doesn't understand it, but he's right. Like, there's wisdom, even though he doesn't believe, like, what's going on. He's right. Like, we need to get our minds off of, like not in it, like, we can study this stuff and do videos, and in a positive way. This was a positive thing. Even though I made this video, And the people that don't know about it, they could think I'm crazy. The people who are attacking me can be like, oh, he's crazy, he's making videos or whatever. It was a positive thing to do. Like, I wasn't talking to this guy. I was talking about him, though, which is just bad. But we've got to try, okay, that's not the point. We've got to try and turn this into positive stuff, and not sit there and stew and end up yelling, because it's painful. It's like murder, and what a human being does if you sit there and you're just quiet and you don't get out and do stuff, and you're just sitting there, and these people, and you hear them doing the V2K, and you just sit there. Even if you're taking your mind off, even if you're like watching movies or something, which does still help, but if you're just sitting in that and you're stewing in it, bad stuff can happen. You can say some bad stuff because you're a human being. Like, we're all human beings. We're all fallible. When somebody's murdering you and then calling you retarded, like that, really, you want to say something back because you know that they can hear you. And so I'd recommend just getting out of your house, driving around, even if you're being remotely hit. It's probably, if it's better in your house and you can't hear it, do your own situation. But if it's not, and you're sitting there and you're stewing in it, and you can get out of the house and get a little bit of reprieve, do that. I think we all need to find intelligent forms of escape, and I think that's our way to face this challenge head on, is to get away from evil and be positive. I'm like, man, that sucks, because these people, they're going to claim victory no matter what. They keep me in that house my whole life and just torture me all the time. They're going to be like, yeah, we got him. If I leave, they're going to be like, yeah, we got him. And that's my pride. My pride is like, these people are murdering me and attacking me from nowhere, and it's like they're going to say they've got me in victory no matter what I do. I could, help. Like, I'm going to have 20,000 views by the end of next month on this YouTube channel. And because these people are doing this, and it's so visceral and it's so in my face, I'm like, these guys are beating me. 20,000 views on YouTube about targeted individuals, with y'all commenting and everybody passing around information about like stuff to use. That's victory, man. That's victory. And then I yell at this guy and almost screw it up. Like, it gets your mind out of it, because they're constantly stewing you in evil and just, people like doing sick things, and it makes you mad. It takes your mind off of positive things, and we've got to be better. We've got to be stronger. We've got to be superhuman. We've got to let God into our lives. And like I was gonna rent Son of God or watch Passion of the Christ, but now I'm like staying away from that stuff because it just causes turmoil within me, and I've got to just let Him take over for real. Like, my intelligence is hurting me in this so bad, and I need to just let love and God take over me. I don't care what I've said to this guy. Like, I mean, he's gonna try and make me look bad no matter what. We all screw up. When you're being murdered and like your body's being burned, and you know that the person next door to you is doing it, you're going to act out. That's what they want you to do. That's what the program does. So forgive yourself. And I forgive myself. Like, I'm a good person. I need to stop saying that I want this guy to die. That I definitely need to stop. But I mean, he's like, yep, should we go ahead and kill him? Let's go. We got to kill him. So he's like actually proactively murdering me. And I just say I want him to die naturally. And I'm the bad guy. I'm the evil, crazy guy. So it's so torn up and just lies and everything that, you really just got to pull the tar off of you. And we've got to live our lives in peace and let God lead us to where He wants to lead us. He led me here to this situation where these people are doing this. But maybe He'll lead me somewhere else. Green Bank, West Virginia. I don't think He wants me to stay in that house the way I feel, and the way these people will, whatever I do, they'll be like, yeah, we got him. Because it's a bunch of people. They're a mob of people. They can rape you and microwave you, even if they're not hitting you. Even if I got my aluminum stacked up and they're not even affecting me and I can't hear their voices. When I walk out of it, and go to the bathroom, they'll be like, "We've got him," and stuff like that. They can say anything, and that's I guess that's their strength, is just making it happen, no matter what the truth is. That's one thing. I'll end this with a girl, and I don't know. A girl once left a comment, and she asked how you can get them to stop seeing you. And I don't know if I ever do that. I don't think that I do. But I know that when I'm in my enclosure with corrugated steel on the outside, aluminum on top, I think they don't see me as good, because I'll climb out of it and go to the bathroom, and they'll be like, he's crazy. So it's like, I think that does hide me a little bit. So putting like stuff over you for like, because they can basically view you, surveil you from overhead with satellite stuff. And I think if you put thick aluminum and stuff like that, it's a lot harder for them to view you. It's a lot harder for them to do remote neural monitoring, and I don't want to get into that. Like, I don't really want to talk about that, because I know that they're probably doing it, but I don't see the equipment, and I don't know enough about it and actually what it does, and I don't want to sound even like, this stuff is really, really crazy. Like, it's really crazy. It doesn't stop. There's no level where it just stops and it's like, okay, we're murdering him and we're keeping it at a certain level. It's meant to grow. It's meant to invade you completely and rape your mind. They want to shoot frequencies at your head to make you have behavioral problems and issues. I mean, this stuff is deep, and it builds. It's evil, and it builds. And that's the thing. Like I say, evil has evolved as an intelligent. Really, evil has just evolved like a big squid tar monster. It's not intelligent. It has all the time in the world, and it just grows and grows and grows and feeds. So it's really, that's the intelligence of it. Is that it doesn't have to be smart. They can say anything and fucking murder people and do whatever, and it doesn't have to be like cunning or, think of something to, help people or stuff like that. It just grows and it just feeds, and, that's what I see this guy. It took him years, but he can just sit there in his house, and it's so evil, and it's this way that they do it. They just sit comfortably and let it grow, make it grow. He works on it. But it took him, 2.5 years or whatever, working every day to make it a certain level. And it's not even that great of a job. I've done a good job too, fighting it. I've done all I can. Like, his family's done a good job. Like, his wife's done a good job of just surviving, taking care of his daughters probably, taking care of all their family's needs while he does this. It's really none of my business, and I really need to stay off of talking about that. But I think about that, and I'm like, he needs to get her out of that house and let her go live a happy life and raise those daughters. But I think she's a good person, and I think people make decisions, and it probably has helped me so much. Like, and that's not even me guessing. It is really probably her being there has probably helped me from having my chest smashed in and him being a murderer. He probably, I don't know if he's thankful for that, but he should be. That he has an awesome, loving wife. Like, I really say these things just hoping things can work out. But man, and lately it's been really dark, and I haven't been hopeful. And I've said things about him that he's heard me say because he's surveilling me, that I really mean them. I don't ever want to say those things about people. Alright, it's an hour and a half. I'm going on and on. I need to get back into making the videos. I stopped making them because they did stop me from uploading them. They stopped me from uploading. I can't go on my computer and upload them now. Then one of my mom's computers that I moved to at her house, like the whole internet shut down to where we couldn't even get the internet back up. Then I moved to another computer, and it seemed like they were stopping me from uploading them, but they may not have been. But what they do with a lot of that stuff, the information getting out, is I think they stop you for a little while, and they just discourage you so that you'll stop. They just discourage you for long enough that you'll be like, oh man, because I sat there one time and I tried to upload a video and like write the subject of it, like, and I did it like 8 times, and I was like, I'm done with this. I can't keep, and then I was writing like one line and not even really explaining the video. Alright, I love you guys. Stay in God's blessing. Making this video it was cathartic in ways that I didn't even know. I need to follow my heart and follow God and really trust in His power. And I think alright, well, I'll save this for another video. I'll make a religious video next about my struggles and my, just my thoughts about my religion. I don't really agree with a lot of my friends who are religious. I have a different thought on God, that He's pure reasonableness. Like, that's love to me. And I guess that's because of this experience, because it's so unreasonable that I would think that God and love and good is like reasonableness, pure reasonableness, and caring, and like really working stuff out. Like, that's what God is. He's not like this guy pointing fingers or anything. Like, he's just reasonable. He's reasonable about us being humans. Like, He knows what we are. But I'll save that for another video. Stay in love, stay in light. And I want to tell y'all, like, I've made so many bad mistakes, and this guy is getting traction off of them, and I keep doing it because he's hurting me, and I can't, I have so much armor around me, but he's got military-grade weaponry. It's military-grade EMF frequencies, and so I screw up, man, and I don't know, I want to talk about these things, about how people become violent because of what he's doing and stuff like that, in a safe way, where I safeguard it by saying I'm not going to do violence to his family. More, because of his family being awesome, not because of him. But really, even if it was just him living alone, I still wouldn't do violence to him. I'd think about it. We can fantasize about it, They can be the thought police, but I can fantasize about it all day. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because it would destroy my life. It wouldn't hurt him. He would find a way to, make himself look good or whatever, and then at the end of it all, he'd be like, see, we had to do that because he's crazy and violent, and people who didn't know the situation and didn't know how much pain was involved, they'd be like, yeah, he's crazy. He would attack somebody? Yeah, you did the right thing by torturing him. So it's really just this confusing thing. We've got to be intelligent. We've got to escape it, and also be strong and face the challenge and get the information out and really fight it. Fight it in ways, not button heads with these guys, because this one guy,